baby. Time to go live, baby. Yup. Oh, little old lie. Time to quit trucking. Hang up that hat. Wait for y'all get y'all notifications so we come up in here and see if it's time. Is it time to quit trucking? No, it ain't me personally, but at the same time, when is it time? What they say? Hey, what's up with y'all? These Andrews, what's up, brother? All my metal, my moderator. What's up, King Gorilla? Jerome, what's up with it? Y'all in here, man. If my audio is coming in clearly, which I hope it is, can I get a one in the comments from you guys? I see we got 18 people in here. Hopefully y'all can share this and we could have a little slight discussion and open up a little bit. What's up, Raul? Ready and willing. He ready and wheeling. That's a nice play on words. I like that, bro. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Raw is out of that good old state of Mississippi down there by Jackson. I believe that's where Raw from. I be seeing him on Facebook all the time. Dude, you are a marketing genius. And if you ain't the marketing genius, you got some marketing geniuses working for you, man. I really like what y'all doing over there. Goals, man. That's goals for real. Everybody should have those goals, boy. You diverse. I like that. I like that. But shoot, man, what we can't. Hey, Dark Horse right there on my owner operator. That one, hey, what's up? That my favorite guy in San Antonio. That my favorite dude in San Antonio right there, Devon. What's up, Devon? Good to have you in here, man. Denisha Ware, man, he said it's all me. Raw trucking, boy, you be doing a lot, man. Like you be juggling like you in the circus somewhere, bro. You got a lot of stuff going on. I like that. Low ballers are gonna fold. Yeah, but I ain't gonna just blame it all on the low ball. And I say they don't know how to charge. But like I said in the beginning of the channel, man. Hey, Denitra, I love you, baby. And my mama, y'all. How y'all doing up in here? Everybody good? I hope everybody having a good, safe, productive day. Um, kicking it with Killer. No, kicking it with Killer. You ain't quitting. You been in that dry van kicking the air too long. And that's one of the things I wanted to come and emphasize today about the time to quit. Is it time to quit? Should I quit? What's going on right now? Code J, not Code K. That what's up, baby. Gotta slow down, speed up. Okay. Now I'm gonna talk about a couple of things that go into the decision of whether to get up tomorrow and deal with what's going on or to get up tomorrow and find something else to do. Tanner, what's up, baby? You ain't there talking to the party, and that's a big life changing decision. Um, some people are actually able to make that decision. Like I see it a lot of times in a lot of videos, a lot of folks say they quitting, but they can't quit because debt and different other stuff, and they may not have anything else going on to bring in income. But like everybody not in that same boat, man. There's some people that diversified themselves, and they can honestly, like I tell y'all, I get up in the morning, tomorrow morning, and sell all this shit. Like if I so choose to, and that's the right that you have when you have been running a productive business, and when your business model has been over the line of board for a pretty good while. The fact that fuel rose a lot in the last 5 days is a big contributing factor. But it also is a very large indicator. And a lot of people like, it's an indicator. An indicator of what, Jonathan? It's an indicator of who's been taking care of their business in trucking as they should for a period of time that has caused an overlap. And I want to discuss a term that I use a lot. It's called overlap. Okay, let's just give you a scenario. 2020, from January to December, you came out, and let's go back even further. 2019. Yeah, no, no, you're right. 2020, that was COVID. 2020, you stayed on the ground all the time. You were being safe. You came out. You capitalized on a whole lot of people that said they was gonna quit at the time, which caused a shortage of trucks in certain areas of the market, which eventually made the rates rebound. But a lot of people, what I'm saying, chose, in that time period to throw in the towel, and I can't blame them. It was a tough time. Health was a concern. A lot of stuff was out there doing not so good, you know. And like, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna sit here and say I'm a trucking historian, but when I got into this industry, I really learned everything that I could possibly learn about trucking, not high shine, trucking, because I knew eventually my goal would be, if not to buy a truck, but since I got a number, to run some trucks on my number. So, I need to learn about logistics, and I need to learn about markets, and I need to learn about what was good and what was bad and why things happened the way they happened at certain times in the history of trucking. That's why I am so precise when it comes down to things like those rules in the FMCSA handbook that regard stuff that are questionable to certain people, about things like length laws and different violations and why they can violate you on certain. Because I really studied trucking, and I know stuff and I understand stuff backwards. Backwards. I'm gonna explain why I say I'm backwards, and you might want to be backwards too. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Your logbook. Your logbook. Everybody, when they have a logbook, whether it be electronic or paper, the main concern with most people is drive time. Drive time, drive time. Don't go over my drive time. Don't exceed 11 hours. And please don't exceed my 14-hour day, because that's the main understanding of what's going on. But if you delve into that a little deeper, you'll understand that your drive time and your hours of the day, sure, you can get a violation for that. Most definitely. And it's not small. It's a violation. You get put out of service for going over your time. You'll go out of service for going over your 14 hours. And most of the time, when you get caught doing stuff like that, the result is they make you sit down 10 hours. So, a lot of people look over there and they be like, they're just penalizing you, and that's 10 hours. They want to screw with your money and your time. But if you delve into why the logbook is set up like that, the logbook was even invented to monitor sleep. Oh, wait a minute. And rest. Not how long you were driving, and not how long your day was. Truth be told, that's an important factor, because it all has to fit in a 24-hour period of time, and they break it up in pieces. But the reason that you got violated for going over your 14 hours and your 11 hours is not because you drove too much and you ran over your clock by 1 minute. No, that made it impossible for you to get the prerequisite 10-hour reset of rest, so you could be prepared for the next day and you could be running a truck under safe conditions. Yes, sir. Be like, he violated me for driving over. Nope, he violated you for not getting the rest you supposed to been got. Because that's the true safety concern. I can drive 23 hours straight without any issue whatsoever. Without any issue whatsoever. Get what? I used to stay up with the smoker 4 and 5 days. I can do that. Ask my own operator Jay. Ask Devon. Devon up in here right now. I can stay up 5 days, like straight, like right now. I can stay up 5 days and drive from here to California and back in 4 days. But how you doing, sir? Paperwork? Oh, hey, I told my guy the other day, man, I got 3 lefts. I think I got 3 left. Not that left, not this left, but this left. Okay. Yeah, I've been here a couple times, man. I ain't in no hurry. I just appreciate y'all patience. I know I ain't tripping. I had 4 o'clock appointment. It's okay though. One thing about it, this the landlord of the day. Not at all. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. See, that's how I get down at the ship. I don't play no game, man. I come in here professional every time, every day. I get up and do my job every day. Wait a minute. Okay. And I ain't tripping with nobody that don't need to be tripped on. Hey, hey, Dark Horse the Rain. That one of my own operators in here right now. He know. We done been out together training. You know all that training I be telling y'all I be doing with my guys and stuff, just to make sure we safe and we know the procedures and the operation standards of the FLCSA and our own personal safety. Those weeks that I'm in the truck with people, like I say, I'm in the truck with Jay, and we went to South Dakota, then we went to Orlando, then we went to Georgia, then we went to Tennessee. Then I came on back to Mississippi where we made $16,000. I went to sleep Friday afternoon. That one I went to sleep because in the process of training, ain't no way I could be sleep on the job with somebody that's not 100% trained or 100% just really qualified to do the job. So get what? I can't go to sleep. Hey, man, hey, my Madison, when he called me on the phone, he can tell on the phone by my voice how long I'd have been up. Been up about 4 days. Like, yeah, maybe 3, 4 days. I'm gonna go to sleep eventually, and I say that. But um, like I was saying before we pulled in, the decision that was made by some in 2020, they left the game. It caused an offset in the amount of trucks, which was soon replaced by a semi flood of new people with new trucks that don't know what they doing. For the most part, now some of them do, but most of them didn't know what they were doing. They just heard. They just heard. Man, them dry van, them reefers, man, them flatbed, they run $5 a mile all day without question, man. If you get a truck, 6 months, you're gonna be rich. Man, don't worry about that shit. Create you a business today. They getting out this PPE money. Just say you was in business a couple years ago. For real. My mama in there right there. He know one thing. I don't go to sleep like regular people. My sleep cycle been messed up since the early 2000s because of what I was doing in the street. You can't be sleeping getting no money out there. You can't be sleep out here unless it's your 10 hours and getting no money. You better wake up. But like I say, people that elected to park the truck at that time, some of them actually came back. Some of them bounced back. But a week of or two of accelerated diesel prices should not have you in the position. Now I say should not because everybody's position is different. Some people may have been cultivating other businesses by funding it with trucking, which made their profit margins not be as good. And now they can't see sustaining the course. They can't see doing all that. But what I want to tell you is for the average person that's out here that runs trucks, it don't matter if it's high shot, flatbed, dry van, reefer, or whatever. Most people that are doing this are dedicated. Most people have dedicated their time, their money, their lives, and their family and their reputation in coming out here and moving things. Now, whether their business model was correct or not, that's yet to be seen with a lot of people. But most people, when they come out into trucking, they change their entire life. They quit jobs, they they cash in retirements, they leave jobs that they've been on for 20, 30 years that got health benefits and insurance and dental and eye care and all that stuff to come out here and do this stuff. And that's why I'm so passionate about this channel. Because when a person takes it upon themselves to do that, that's one of them all in moments. And most of the time, most people's finances, after making an all in decision, which is really probably all in, do not have the ability to change their mind at a moment's notice because they've made some pretty permanent decisions in their life about what they're going to do with the rest of their life. And when stuff like this start happening, people be like, oh my God, I didn't think it was going to be this. I didn't know. I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. And then from me to you, trucking is hard. I don't know if y'all caught none of these videos I done pulled, but trucking is hard. Trucking is difficult. All my metal, we got a little spam. Von FYI comment in there. If you please knock him off of there, we get him off of there. We don't need no spam because this is for real. This is for real life, y'all. And like I said, I clowned a little bit the other morning when I had came on here with like, what I'm saying, hey, park the truck. If that's what you feel like you need to do, park the truck. And I say I clowned on folks a little bit. But I want to be serious for a minute. If your structure of your business is not able to sustain a month with possibly about maybe 15% less profit than you normally take in, there is a problem that has nothing to do with diesel. So, with that being said, I'm going to give you a few ways, and I'm going to piggyback off my guy, Harlan Cash, Big D over there. I was on live with him, stream y'all a little earlier today. He brought out some really great points on budgeting and just rebalancing some stuff and just realizing that this is a business. One, two, this is a service business. That's two. And three, most of y'all stealing anyway from yourself. We're gonna talk about this. Most of y'all stealing. And it ain't from nobody. You ain't took nothing that didn't belong to you, but you steal it from yourself because most of y'all are LLCs and sole proprietorship. To the point where that's all your money. I told y'all this a long time ago. You could throw it in the air, you could set it on fire, you can do whatever you want to do. But that's all your own money, and how you allocate the funds will determine the future of your business and if it is able to maintain through the rough patches. Which right now, this to be honest with you, man, I'm just be 100% honest with you. It's tough right now. I got a truck in El Paso right now. Need to get out of there. They don't want to pay right. Where he at? Still in El Paso. In the morning, we're gonna get him out of there, but we not finna run what they want him to run. No Lord. We'll take short miles and bunny hop our way home before we run 12, 1,500 miles for a couple grand, 27, 28, 3,000. Nah, we're not doing it. So, with that being said, things have to change inside of your business structure. Now, Lord knows I can't help y'all, man. But some stuff can't be helped if you in your own way. Mm. Now, one of the key things that Danny, aka Holly Cash, came with today was moving money around and shifting costs. You feel me? Shifting costs. Now check this out. And I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be through with it. I done said it a bunch of times. Folk think I'm crazy. But I'm gonna say it again. Since 2018, and really not even since 2018, I really just started paying myself like the end of 2019. And all my financial advisors, people that I, talk to about this thing a little bit, and they understand, they deal with the type of money I be dealing with, and they get it. You know what I'm saying? They really be kind of, I ain't gonna say disappointed, but they almost be mad at me because my company really make too much money for me to pay myself what I pay myself. Like, wait a minute, hold on. You said you did grow with a high shot in 12 months. I know damn well, John. If you did 300,000 in 12 months, what's up, man? DeMarcus, bruh. If my company grows off my one truck, $300,000. I know damn well, Johnson. I know you made 100. Shit, diesel and expense probably took 100, and all that old stuff. And I know you probably made 100, a whole 100,000 there you to the good. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Get what? I ain't paid myself $100,000 a year since I was in the street. Because with the penitentiary chance I was taking, I felt like I supposed to hold on to something. And I still feel like I'm supposed to hold on to something. But you got to understand the mentality of a real live company owner, a business owner, period. One of my favorite saying, my granddad used to tell me all the time. He used to tell my mama the same thing. You come up there with them moping and doing, man, you put your feelings in your pocket about how you feel and how shit look. And see, that's the thing about it. As y'all know, I don't care nothing about how this shit look. Do I got any high visibility shirts that say Noble Enterprise? I got some merch for y'all to buy for to help feed the homeless. But I ain't got no and ain't no down talk to people with uniforms. I don't got no coat that said Noble Enterprise. The only reason it said on the outside of the truck cause the FMCSA say it got to. If I ain't have to spend that, I wouldn't have spent it. Listen to me. We gonna have to learn how to take these big eyes out the equation and realize it really little you. Like they say, the big eyes and the little you. The big I is the company. The little you is you. So let's talk about this. Cause I could really, if I wasn't as wise as I am about life, I would jackball on you some bitches so bad. I like a pile of money though. But I pull that Rolls Royce out on you weak motherfuckers so fast if I just own that type of shit. See, I'm too old for the type of shit a lot of folk be tripped out on it. Think that it's so high on the list of things to do. That shit happen when it happens. Priorities make the difference. So I don't want to hear a person. I don't want, hey, Kyle McCooley, what's up, Kyle McCooley? I don't want to hear a person that has been running a marginal business and paying themselves exceptionally, going to do whatever they wanted to do, take all the trips, start dispatching so you have some more income, even though you don't know what you even doing. I ain't tripping about that. What I will say is, you're gonna have to understand that this ain't about how you feel. It ain't about how you feel. Shit ain't about how you feel. Total High Shot Solution. What's up, baby? In here, in here, in here. You caught it live. It ain't about how you feel. And it ain't about the price of diesel. It's about the operation of your business and what your business deems to be more important than other stuff. Is remaining liquid very high on my things of the list of priorities? Hell yeah. Cash money. Credit, that's the shit. And you use that as we had spoke about in the line earlier with Hall of Cash, you leverage that credit. Am I still gonna pay for this truck in 12 months? Damn right I am. I don't suggest you try and do it because more people ain't figured out how to run a business like this and have your profit percentage be in the 36 to 46% range. I've been running 30, 40% profit ever since I was in a non-CDL high shot. So when I tell you I pull up and leave my truck running, I've earned the right to do so. Mm. See, I slowed down for to speed up. I slowed down a bunch of time. I pumped my brakes a bunch of time. Was like, wait a minute, I think I should be making more money than this. And I'm estimating gas to be at $5. I should charge this much. The broker counter don't want to do it. They're way back in 2019, 2020 now. Broker counter don't want to do it, but for some reason, I keep finding a way to make him do it anyway. He like, man, he reluctant, but he getting it to me. So I must believe that that money was already there. I must believe that in my heart that that money was already there. So, Jonathan, what conclusion that leads you to? Tell their mouth out whenever possible. And when they don't want to act right, sometimes you have to sacrifice 'em every once in a while. Run something you don't want to run to get in a better market to get something that you really feel like it worthwhile. But get what? I ain't tripping. Like, I'm the same dude that told y'all I deadheaded from Denver to Amarillo because they were paying $1.80 for 48,000 pounds of tarp lumber coming down there. I'm the same dude told you I drove 6.5 hours with nothing on the trailer and end up over there with 450 plus on the trailer as soon as I got to Amarillo and drove that to Georgia and made up for everything. But if I'm sitting in the truck like, man, I'm not can't drive empty. No, well, all that diesel, I got to get paid every time I move. That means you have not you have not made it to the point where your business has started to overlap. It hasn't started to overlap. And how do you create an overlap? Come to work every day. Do the best you can every day and move for the most money you can move for every single day. So when a 2 week period of time comes and gas moves almost $1, you're like, and fucking what? I'm myself personally, I'm gonna get concerned when it reaches $7 because I redid my whole little deal. Man, my numbers ain't the same no more because that's what you got to do. But I did it a month ago. See, I put up a video and I'm gonna give y'all an instance of how fast and how drastic this shit has happened. Thursday, pump $1,000. I pumped $993 worth of diesel. I got 248 gallons. I feel like that was pretty good. I told y'all to go and fill up the truck the next day. Monday, I come back out after running like 2.5 days. Monday, I came out, put another $1,000 in the truck. That ended up being 200 gallons. So we just lost 48 gallons over a weekend. 48 gallons, we just say 50 gallons at shit, 5 miles to the gallon. We do low estimate, 5 miles to the gallon. That's 250 miles. That's one whole trip for me from Jackson to Birmingham. at the rate it pays. That's one whole trip I just lost in fuel. I was like, wait a minute. So that's one whole trip, 200 something miles worth of fuel. So that means the 1 mile week, I'm gonna have to not only get less fuel, but I'm gonna have to pump more fuel. Hmm. Let me hit a couple people up in the email and see if we can get a little leeway on this price. If they don't, I'm still gonna run the shit I've been running because it's profitable. It may not be as profitable, but it's still profitable. And guess what? For a person that's in this industry and you on the grind all the time as you claim to be, and you know so much and you do so much, why you ain't got no money put up for this? For people that in the industry, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a lot of reasons why people get out of the industry and stop. And it ain't all money related. This shit 85% mental for real. So if this shit really been kicking your ass, like while it was already not bad, it was kicking your ass and you couldn't figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that might be your fault. Most time it is. But you know, there's extenuating circumstance and different things that make it so you can't be profitable. And one of the biggest things I'ma say, and I'ma say it till I can't say it no more. Fire the fucking dispatch and buy a load, boys, you dumbass. Tired of this shit. Everybody want to be lazy as a motherfucker, but everybody want all their money. And then they don't mind giving a dispatcher 10% of what they made, 8, 9, 10% of what they made in a week. Well, gas went up a whole dollar, and they still getting somebody. Let's just do the math. Let's just do a little math. Couple of grand a month. Even if they ain't good and they move your truck and you grow 20 grand, you get them a couple of grand a month. That was your insurance you could have paid. But you paid it though, but it was after you gave them for 2 grand that month. Get what? That probably was 2 months of insurance. A lot of folk high shot, 1,000, 15, maybe $1,800. Get what? Every time you pay the insurance, then you pay them. Get what? You could have paid the insurance 2 times and got some of the installment off of that money. So I don't want to hear no crying from nobody that letting somebody else that ain't in their company. Now I'm gonna say that dispatchers are, like I said in the line earlier today, dispatchers are designed to be in house. Hmm? Because they can't speak up on my money unless they in house. Cause I got a training procedure with my dispatch. I ain't brand new, and they praying on y'all that brand new. Dr. Ram 2500. He said I sell insurance. And Raw Trucking. If he's still in here, shout out Raw Trucking. He also had his hands in insurance. He can get your car hooked up. Raw, Ready and Wheeling Trucking, and we got Doctor 2500, Ram 2500. He say he sell insurance. And like I said in a number of videos, everything that you choose to not let be on your shoulders because it's too much trouble, because it's too much paperwork, or because I got to talk to people and I don't really like being on the phone like that, just know that in a year, if you could just gross 20 grand a month, you'll be to gave somebody $24,000 to look on $150 a month load board and do the same thing you could do, but you could probably do it better because you're the one out here strapping the load, you tarping the load, you're looking at the fuel as you pump it, you out here sweating, you're cold, you're tarping in the rain, you're sleeping in the truck, but I'm gonna let somebody else talk for me and my money that don't know shit about trucking. See, that's the problem. Like popularity is one thing. Performance is another. I don't give a damn who popular. They popular to eat nuts in their mouth while they still out here ruining these folk career because what a dispatcher normally don't understand is that the fact that you are a partner in someone else's business and they are trusting you that you're not looking at what you're gonna make, you're looking what makes sense. And that what leads you to be an outside dispatcher and your turnover rate real high. And don't nobody really fool with you because word gonna get around out the wild because you ain't really hitting no shit. And it go for men and women. I don't give a damn cause your voice sweet on the phone. Where my money at? I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about you talk so nice. Talk nice to the broker and give me another dollar a mile that you steady missing. Steady sitting up here clicking on the board and going straight to the highest rate. Click that low. Don't care if it going to Kalamazoo, up the mountains, through the snow, through the ridge to grandmama house we go. As long as there's a certain number and you just drop the end number, okay, it's $1,300 for the low. You drop the zero, I know I make 130, but it going 1,000 miles. You don't care. And most dispatchers want to get you out of their hair for 2, 3 days anyway and just send you on a long run and be through with it because they're not good at what they do no way. Because they ain't really doing shit. A real good dispatcher, I had one time, shout out Ruth. That lady right there made me feel like she was in the truck with me. Like she really understood. Because she had been in trucking over 30 years. The lady had been driving truck 30 years. She just seen the best, the worst, and still in it. She pull hand at it right now. Pull hand at all day. ISO tanks. They got that shit. They're gonna be well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the grandmama how we go, these folk crazy. So, like, to understand the fact that this is a $70 billion business and the responsibility of that said company relies on the said owners or proprietors of that company, and to give control of your profits, of your income. Hold on, man. This ain't by finding no low. See, this is what I understand. Yeah, what you gotta understand. That dispatch ain't finding no low. She finding your check. She's finding your profit. He is finding your load that is going to pay, assuming nothing happens to the load. And they are setting the stage for what you're going to make this year. And if they're only looking at the 10% of what you're going to make as being in their pocket for doing absolutely fucking nothing, that's y'all business. That's y'all thing. Y'all stay like this too. That's what I want you to do. Stay just like this. Y'all keep it real, real tight. Y'all stay like this. Y'all thick as thieves. And get what? Get what? When you call and tell the same thing that I've been running, I can't run it for that no more. You gonna ask you why? He gonna ask you why, which is the dumbest fucking question in the world right now. Why? I'm gonna say this like I said it yesterday, and I think I heard somebody say this today. That they are running. Listen, I said this shit too many times for folks keep be doing this shit. I said if you running, I don't even know the same load to the same play way, the same shit, same job, everything. If you running the same load you ran in 2019, 2020, 2021 for the same money you running it for now, and it wasn't enough then, you in trouble before you started. This shit about trend. This ain't about no week or two, a month or two, even 6, 7, 8 months of doing something really good, and then a bump in the road comes and you ready to throw all this shit away. That's not a 2, 3 week decision about something that just happened. You had been circling the drain the whole time, going down the toilet, but you circling the drain. So that's one of them things. Well, you know what I'm saying? This shit ain't for everybody. It ain't. It ain't for everybody. And like I said, I ain't encouraging nobody to quit. I'm really encouraging you to get your shit together so you don't gotta quit. Because, like I said, when people go 100 in this stuff, man, and put their all into it, lead job, turn over 401k, take a penalty on it just to live a dream and come out here, it ain't no proposition that, well, man, diesel went up $1. I'm just gonna park the truck. This is your only source of income. Damn the car your wife want. Damn that new house she talking about. This your only way to keep from being outside without taking your ass back to a 9 to 5 and doing what you been doing and wishing you had kept your 401k and got your retirement like you supposed to. So, with that being said, we gonna keep it real, real 100 right now. And I'm gonna tell y'all some way where you really, really, really can save some money And I told y'all, making money by saving money. I was a damn fool though. You know how I go, man. Shit, race so high, ain't nobody gotta do nothing. While I told y'all that was a completely inflated market and to act like ain't none of this stuff really real because it wasn't. And now you get the downside of it and you gonna come back up on the other side. Can you stand it? So I'm gonna go through a couple of things that can help you be more profitable. And I'm gonna deviate from talking about fuel for a second, because fuel ain't the problem. Fuel ain't the problem. Fuel is in the cost of doing business. If Progressive tell you tomorrow that your insurance policy for the year is going up $10,000 and it's going to be about another $800 a month, there are some decisions to be made. Well, do I still want to do this? Can I go somewhere else beside them and still make a profit, or do I bite the bullet and shave some fat somewhere else and continue to be profitable even though they're charging me that? I'm gonna let y'all in on a small secret. Last month, on these trucks right here, Progressive got $11,800 from me as a company. $11,800 as a company. Don't you know Progressive got paid more than I paid myself last month? As they should. Wait a minute. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up. Oh, you can't ball out of sight and all out of control. If you ain't paying yourself 10, $11,000 a month, 5, 6, 7 to the clear and everything good, you ain't balling this. Huh? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Now, that $11,800 was for all the trucks in the fleet. You did. I grossed 37 by myself. So am I concerned about that 11,800? A little bit, because everybody need to pay their part. But at the same time, am I concerned about what they say? It could, man, when I put this Peterbilt on there, the next month after that, my insurance bill was $13,400 because it condenses as time goes on. The later in the policy you do it, they charge you the same amount of money. They just make it smaller payments. And of my insurance people up here that do commercial insurance, can I get an amen? You add that thing month one of the policy, everybody be on a level playing field. You add that truck in month seven of the policy and see what they do to you. Bust across your head. So, with that being said, a lot of stuff you can't trip about because it is what it is. But then you can't be so far in your feelings to where you're like, at my old job, I made $1,500 a week. So, when I come out here hot shine, I own the company. I'm automatic gonna pay myself at least $1,500 a week after everything. And then you gotta take yourself and put yourself in reality and be like, when you was working at that job, you made $1,500 a week. And after you made them $1,500 a week, you had to face the reality that it's not your money. You had to come home and pay bills with that money. But everybody want to take the trucking money, pay all the bill with the company, pay all that stuff with the company, and then put themselves in a position where they get themselves $1,500, $2,000 a week, so they can walk around with a bankroll and look at their personal bank account and feel better in their feelings, and feel better and feel like they making headway when they really ain't doing nothing but robbing the business. You robbing the fucking business. What employee, if it wasn't you, would be making $1,500 to $2,000 a week? Especially if you ain't grossing the type of money that it really take to do that. How many of you would hire a driver in a non-CDL high shot or a CDL high shot and pay him $1,500 to $2,000 a week on a $5,000 or $6,000 week? How many of y'all to do that? How many of y'all to go out and set your truck up to run $5,000, $6,000 a week, which is pretty average, and come back when the driver get there, hand him $2,000 of the 5,000 and tell him to have a good day? How many of y'all do that? There's a lot of y'all doing it every week, but it ain't a driver, it's yourself. Oh, so let's revert. I told you I ain't really started paying myself till like 2020. I wasn't stable enough to pay myself in my eyes until 2020. Because the simple fact of the matter, it was too much stuff I didn't know. Too much stuff that was gonna come up that was unforeseen. Too much stuff in limbo, and I just didn't really have the cash I feel like I should have had put up personally. So I just need to keep running some more miles and don't spend the money I got put up for myself, and just keep stacking up with it and let the company grow in increments and change it and do what it does as an independent entity. Stop trying to commingle all this shit. That's your money, but you got to separate this stuff. And I done did videos about the five different bank accounts you really ought to have. You know what I'm saying? The dummy accounts that you really ought to have. So you give out these route numbers and these bank account numbers to put people that, one time payments and all that old good shit like that. I done went over that already. But what we're gonna say is there's a method to the madness. There a lot of people like, man, John, you make a lot of money, don't you? Man, how much you make? I make $1,000 a month. And that's why I said the people that I deal with, financial advisor, yeah, a couple of them CPA. I know two of them. One of them just got their accounting license. I might deal with him. Used to be that my lawyer, one of my old lawyers I had, hubby. He just got his accounting like I might do a little something with him. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, most people when they realize what be going on with the company as opposed to what be going on with me, they be kind of disappointed in me because they be like, bro, you really supposed to be paying yourself probably about 4,500 a month after everything, after bill, after house, after everything. You supposed to have you about 4,500 to the pocket. But get what? Them 4,500. Get what them 4,500 do? Hold up. Get what them $4,500 will do if you just didn't pay yourself and held it. It doesn't work. Held it for about 3, 4 months. And just let that be the company money. And what happened to it. You expense, you do this stuff, and you ain't in no strain, but you ain't walk around with no crazy bank rolls and stuff. Okay, it's a problem with more people with that because they like to see their money, they like to count their money. I like to make money. I like to hold it. I like to really have it. And you know what I'm saying? Victor Lau said, I need a good accountant. Hey, Victor Lau, I'm getting the cash app and send you the number to my guy. He a good accountant. I don't use him personally now. I don't have an accountant because it ain't that serious with me. I count. I fucking count money. Yeah, but one of the biggest things they like I said, they usually be kind of disappointed in me because they're like, man, what you how much you claiming personally that you made this year? I'm like 12 grand. And they look at me like $12,000. Like, yeah, shit, that's about what I was making at the bridge company, about 14 in a year. I might get feel froggy and take a couple extra dollars and pay myself a little more here once in a while, just I want to do something, but really just consistently just putting up thousand for me. And yeah, QuickBooks is the shit. All my matter, if you still in there, hit them up with your thing that you be using. All my matter got an expense tracker that's good. It might be a form of QuickBooks, but I'm not sure. But most definitely, you want to keep up with everything. You want to keep up with everything. I just don't, like I said, I just didn't need an accountant at the time. Um, they look at me like I'm crazy, but I ain't. I really ain't crazy, y'all. One of the worst things you could possibly do, especially starting out a business in the first couple of years, is to overpay yourself. And that's a really nice way of saying robbing your business. Overpay yourself because these dips and fluctuations that happen in the cost of equipment, in the cost of fuel, in the cost of everything it takes to do this stuff, you need to have a reserve. And I'm not talking like I'm just gonna, as a company, I'm gonna put up $300 a week, and I'm gonna pay myself $1,500 a week, and in 5 weeks I have $1,500 over there for the company that'll sustain. They get my oil changed and my tire rotated and new tires and stuff in 3, 4 months, but that's not a true maintenance account. That's not a true oh shit fund. Because if you know trucking, if you know trucking like I know trucking, we count our money $1,000 at a time. That's what I pump. I told y'all, real trucking, Grown folks in general, real grown folk, count they money and expenses about $1,000 at a time because every time something come up, it's 1,000. Every time you spend something, it's 1,000. Especially with these trucks. Every time you try and run a load, they trying to 1,000 here, 1,000 there, 1,000 there, 1,000 there, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Everything 1,000. You need a couple tires, it's 1,000. On one of these big trucks, $10,000 worth of tires under the truck. From front to back, truck trailers, $10,000 worth of tires. So what can my company do with $300 a week on the profit that I'm putting up in the old shit fund? All that's in the same money now. I the same $300. That's the old shit money. That's the maintenance money. That's the profit for the company. Uh, uh, can't co-mingle that shit. Get what? You be balling out of control. Your company be ready to go in bankruptcy. And get what they gonna make you do? If you got any sense, you're gonna take the money out of your bank account and start funding your own business again. That means your business is not self-sufficient, even though it probably is self-sufficient. It's not really self-sufficient if you gotta keep putting your own money back in this shit. There should be a point in time when overlap comes where you can run and keep running consistently to where you don't have to spend your own money again. You made the investment, and it's going to have to maintain the investments. But it comes a point in time where if I need a set of drive tires and they cost $4,800, I should not have to go ask nobody for the fund to me $4,800 to go get some tires. Or I should not have to make a loan from myself to the company and pay myself back later, which you have to do that sometimes, especially when you first starting out and you haven't reached your overlap. But a lot of the people that you see on YouTube been doing this a long time. And a lot of people on YouTube will have you to think that they have the knowledge of people that have been doing this the right way a long time. But actions speak louder than words. Actions speak way louder than words. You know a clown is a clown not only by his appearance, but by his action. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't calling nobody no clown or nothing right now. That's not what I'm doing right now. But I'm just giving you an example. The tree is known by the fruit it bear. Yeah, apple tree is an apple tree. It ain't no apple tree if it driving orange. That might be an orange tree. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? You might say you're an apple tree, but you driving oranges on it. You know what I'm saying? It don't take no rocket science to figure out. You know what I mean? If you ballin' or you really know what's going on, and you out here giving advice, and you got challenge, you showing his money, and then that and the other, and then soon gas go up 60, 70, 80 cents, you're like, man, the broker got to give me some more money or I quit. Now the broker got to give me some more money because I asked him to, and if he don't want to do it, guess what? I'm gonna keep running because I was at a percentage of profit before this shit happened in 2020 to where I know exactly what I got to do every day. At Devon. Devon know week by week, I know exactly what I have to come out here and do to make the number that I need to happen happen. So let's save some fuel and let's save some money and make some money by saving money with a few of these tips right here. It go without saying. Cut the truck off at the shipper. But let's elaborate on cut the truck off at the shipper and at the fuel island and all that good stuff and don't wait through. We're going to elaborate on that because there is a particular way that you want to cut your truck off. And this goes for high shot. This goes for big rig. It really don't matter who the engine manufacturer is because it's about the turbo. It's not about the engine manufacturer. We all gonna be trying to save fuel. A lot of people gonna pull in straight to the shipper with no preparation at all. Turn that key off. Go on in there, get your paperwork. And while you doing that, that hot oil from the last heavy pull, coming into this site, temperatures high enough on the turbo to where that oil, in a lot of cases, starts to fry, bake, and cook onto the shaft of the turbo, which severely deteriorates that shaft and that bearing, and you'll eventually notice that after a while of doing some quick cutoffs like that, when the motor real hot, you probably lose a turbo after a while because it starts to heat soak. And one of the things I like to tell people, especially like with truck running hot, stuff like that, as long as there's no hose bust and there's no water visible, don't cut that truck off. Now it's gonna cool off if you cut it off. No. When things heat soak and they're hot, even a frying pan on the stove. If you cook a piece of meat in a frying pan on the stove and it's done, like you're done cooking this steak, and you leave it in the pan and take it off the fire and sit it on a eye of the stove that does not have fire, you will notice that probably in about 2 minutes you come back, your steak gonna be burnt up because it doesn't cool off immediately, nor does it cool off after a while, really, because it actually gets hotter first. Yeah. Everything starts to heat soak and all that heat comes in, and that frying pan may have been 200 degrees on the fire, and it's crazy. It's thermodynamics. When you take it off the fire, that frying pan went from 200 degrees to probably 240 degrees, and then it started to cool down. That's why your steak burnt up when you just sat it over there and left it in the pan and didn't think it was gonna do nothing because it ain't on the fire no more. So that's one of those things. Um, with engine that you're going to be cutting off all the time before you make it to your ship. Yeah, thermal breakdown. Yeah. Before you make it to the ship or the receiver, the fuel out or whatever, you're finna stop this truck. You're finna get out. You're finna try and save some fuel. What I would like for you to do, if you're in a semi, is to engage the engine fan. Engage the engine fan about a minute or two before you get to the place you're going to stop. Like me, when I look at my GPS, I see 3.2 miles left before I get to the ship or wherever. I'm pulling something heavy or light. My mind, flip that engine fan on. Get the cooling process started. Because if you think about what I just said, if you turn the engine off and it's sitting at 200 degrees, even though your dashboard is probably not going to read it because you don't have the key in the ignition, those 200-degree water temperature is going to go up to about 215, and then it'll start to drop down. So what we want to do is bring it in at about 185, 190 instead of 200, 205. We don't want to bring it in right there because we know that the temperature is going to climb as soon as we turn the key off. So what we want to do is, in preparation of turning that key off, run the engine fan for a little while before you get there. And when you pull up and you finna cut the key off, sit there, check your logbook, straighten up around yourself. Probably be about a minute or two of just sitting there with the engine fan running, and then turn the truck off. My truck has what you call a turbo timer where I can actually get out of the truck, lock my truck up, set the turbo timer, and whatever I set it to, it might be 10, 15 minutes or something like that, 5, 7 minutes or whatever. My truck is locked, lights are off and everything. And when it hits zero, it cuts my truck off. So I can leave it running so the turbo can cool off, the oil can cool off. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be so interested in saving fuel like the other morning, I left my truck running at that short drop off and gonna do it tomorrow morning when I get to that short drop off because prolonging the life of the equipment. Fuck that gas. For real. Prolonging the life of the equipment. What you lose in gas, what you gain in gas, you lose in mechanical potential of the part that lasts a long time. You put undue heat, stress, and load on a piece of equipment by trying to save a quarter gallon, a half a gallon today. So be mindful with those shutdowns. If you in a Cummins, if you in a vehicle that's a pickup truck and you're hot shot and stuff like that, before you get to the spot where you're gonna drop off at and you're on the interstate, um, since you don't have a manual fan switch on that truck, which might be cool to add, I don't know how to do that, but the best thing you could do for that is if you're on the interstate running about 65 miles an hour and you're about to come in to your ship or your receiver, probably maybe 3 to 4 miles away. Drop the transmission from overdrive, which is six gear in most cases. Some folk got 8 speed, some folk got 10 in there. You want to drop the transmission out of overdrive and put it in direct drive. Different transmission, that may be eighth gear. Direct drive might be eighth. Direct drive might be fifth. Really, direct drive is fourth in the Cummins. Um, it's real close to fifth though. But I like to see you drop back a gear, which is going to raise the RPMs of the engine. You're like, Jonathan, we trying to cool the motor off. What are you talking about? We raising the RPM. We creating more of a problem. No. What we're doing is we're accelerating the speed of the water pump and we're accelerating the speed of the cooling fan that draws more air past the oil cooler, which is helping to drop the temperature before we stop. And also, when we stop, we're going to let it sit there and run. And to be honest with you, with that Cummins, I like high idle. It burn more fuel, but when I pull up and I know I just pulled this really, really heavy, whatever, with my Dodge, and I got off the off ramp, and the receiver is right there, half a mile off the on ramp, I'm not cutting that truck off. Even if they say cut the truck off to enter the building, I will sit outside the building for 2, 3 minutes with my truck in park, high idle, AC off. AC is a thermal load. It's putting cold air in the truck, but it's taking heat and putting it back into the system to be rejected by the radiator. Turn it off, get out, check the truck, walk around the truck, do something, kill some time, something. Give it 2 minutes. Give it 2 minutes. 2, 3 minutes. They ain't gonna hurt nothing. And even though 2, 3 minutes ain't long enough, it's cooler than it was if you had to pull it up and just cut that key off. So that's one big thing. Turning the truck off. Yeah, cut the truck off, but cut the truck off the right way. What about us four guys? Same procedure, Tanner. Yeah, get that thing up there. You gonna notice your temperature and everything. Always have your gauges up on your dashboard where you can see all your temperature, your engine, your trans, your cooling, whatever temperatures you may have there, and you'll be able to keep an eye on it. Um, but yeah, you'll most time notice that just the fact that you stop moving the truck and the airflow stops coming through the radiator, just sitting still and you cut it out, man, that truck gets warm. You could be standing beside that truck. That truck is hot. So, with that being said, give it a chance to cool off. And like I said, let it sit there and run. You with the Ford and everything, got the electric fans and all that. They're gonna come on with the thermostat and everything. They're gonna do their job. But I like to pull up and go holler at the customer, go in the office. I know that shouldn't take no more than 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I leave that truck running because it's more about keeping my investment going instead of putting fuel in the investment and worrying about buying a starter because I'm cutting the truck off 40 times a day when I used to didn't cut it off, but maybe 5 times a day. I accelerated their wear times eight, so I'm gonna need a starter like 8 times faster. All that stuff. Okay, next on ways to save money, make money by saving money. Go to sleep in the truck, man. If you're a high shot, try and stay at the hotel as much as you can. I know y'all. I know y'all got standards. I know y'all. Hey, man. I know you come from a different kind of upbringing than me, and you used to, the better things in life, and you ain't finna sleep in that truck, and it be too cold outside, and yada yada yada. And well, okay, okay. I get free rooms. It ain't about you get free rooms. Get what? My truck, my whole hot shot truck, not the trailer, but the truck, got stolen because I was in a hotel. Did I pick that hotel? Not really, but at the same time, I was in a hotel, minding my own business, and they come out there, boom, 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 boom. Come out there, my truck was gone. Now, at the time, I wasn't running hot shot really no more. I crunkled the 18 wheeler. I was out there in San Antonio getting another truck. But Me being in the hotel, if that night my trailer had been hooked up to that truck with a load on it, could have been a brand new Bobcat skid steer, whatever. None of that would have stopped them people from getting my truck if they really wanted that truck. The only thing would have stopped them people from getting that truck that night is the fact that that truck being occupied would have been a little bit too much risk for the average person that just steal cars. If you're not a carjacker, a person being in the car kind of mess up the plan because like what if they got a gun in the car and they shoot me trying to steal their car? That about what would have happened. So they don't do that. They wait for you to leave your stuff. And whatever technology they got to get in your stuff and ride out with it, that's just what goes on. But yeah, turbo time is cool. That is a cool thing. And you could get that put on aftermarket too. I think this is a factory one. It might be aftermarket, but I think Peterbilt did that. But I ain't gonna lie, that beside like this the American class interior. This ain't the I don't think this is legacy class, but American class interior for the bill, American class interior, that truck got a lot of options. It's balling as fuck. Um, but being able to not give everybody else your money is one of the keys to success in any business, but especially trucking. That's why I talk shit about the dispatcher so bad. Yeah, everybody wants, get somebody to handle the business. And 80% of people that say they can handle the business are not qualified to handle the business. I need a dispatcher that done had a couple trucks. I don't need a dispatcher that done went on YouTube and took a $1,500 course on how easy it is to be a dispatcher and how you don't have to spend any money, how you don't have to invest anything. Just have a phone and a couple of load boards and go. When you took them classes, they just didn't tell you. Get what? You're an outside dispatcher. If you don't understand logistics, you're not going to be a good outside dispatcher, which makes your job that's temporary even more temporary because it doesn't take a person long of giving you $1,000, $2,000 a month to find loads. And after they give you $1,000, $2,000, pay all the expenses, pay for all the fuel, all the hotels, all the food, and all that. After they done did that and they done gave you $1,000, $2,000 this month, they profit $1,200, $1,300. Two, $3,000. Like they give you two and profit four. That's 6 grand. When I can keep when I can keep 1,600 of that with my four and be at 56 and just pay the money for the load board. All of them. See, we ain't gonna talk about that fear. We're gonna talk about what fear the problem. Fear ain't the problem. You're the problem. Why you think, even though this stuff that happened time and time again through history, trucks are still on the road? And it ain't cause they had the bad business plan or what. They know how to weather the storm. Them folk know how to stay liquid. Them folk know how to leverage debt. And them folk know how to get you to get a truck from them and rent it. And shit, you pay for it 3 times. They just keep making money. Them folk know how to trick you into thinking you are owner operator with an 18 wheeler because they say you lease purchase and you gonna have this truck and it'll be yours in 2 years. It ain't them. Them folk running game. That's their job. They run game. Your job is to not fall for it. Hmm. So certain traps, certain stuff set you up to where gas can't go up 20 cents without you complaining. That problem ain't got nothing to do with fuel. It got something to do with cost of operation. Hmm, maybe, maybe. If you could trim the fat, do some work for yourself, and understand that even when doing some work for yourself, there's a learning curve, and that your cushion need to be right enough for you to accept the learning curve, the ups and the down with it, so you can see yourself through to the other side. But most of the people wasted most of their cushion. Like, I mean, I got, even after I got everything, I got all my equipment, I got everything, and I got 10 bands left over. Get what? In 5 months, again, a dispatcher $2,000 a month to keep you moving. Get what they do? I thought you knew. What they do to your 10 band? 5 months, 2 grand, and you really ain't profiting nothing. That 10 grand cushion that you was gonna use to put a new transmission in the truck or some injectors in there, new turbo in case something happens, that old shit money, and you got now you gotta leverage credit and do some more stuff, even though you probably gonna do that anyway. Now you're forced. So that money gonna be gone. And then you turn around and let the dispatcher go and realize that the same shit she was looking at is the same shit I'm looking at. And she really ain't I keep saying she. I don't know why I keep saying she. Is there a she out there that doing this shit real ineffectively? I don't know. I don't know why I keep saying she. But he, whoever he is, the dispatcher, I'm gonna say it like this. A lot of folk got into trucking A lot of folk got into trucking with a completely wrong understanding, little to no understanding. A lot of them leased on with a company, really on some shiesty shit. Cause the company that these people were leased on to ain't did nothing wrong, ain't did nothing to them in the world. But after you look, if after just like your dispatcher gonna get his ass fired, after you get to looking at the load board, and you thinking I could do that better, or it's not just as good, and I could do this without paying somebody a percentage, you go get your own number. You more than likely shit on the dude that gave you the opportunity to run on that number and all that. You ain't give him proper notice, so you know you gotta settle up with the insurance and everything. He might say it's cool, and he still, 100 with you even after everything going, but you really hurt that guy, and you still don't know what you're doing. Then you turn around, most people, and they ain't gotta be on YouTube. Most people, after they do that, they go open their own authority because they felt like it was easy peasy. And then you find out all the back office stuff that was going on. Now you gotta learn that. In the midst of still trying to learn out what you're doing, how to charge, and what to do. Then most people, and I'm gonna say guys, most guys, you know what I'm saying, see a slight amount of success and shit, they ain't gotta be on YouTube, but YouTube don't hurt nothing. If mama getting two, $3,000 in, five, $6,000 in a month, you get in your wife ear. She start having expectations of grandeur and things like that. And most of these guys are convinced their wife to leave a very good backbone career to come in and basically more or less, I ain't gonna say be an employee, basically be a do girl because I don't reword that. That ain't no do girl. I ain't gonna say that no do girl. I'm say a ill trained employee. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I ain't calling about no name. They're a lowly trained employee. They're not trained because the person that gave them visions of grandeur and told them about how this stuff was gonna be and how many new cars and new houses and all this stuff ain't think about nothing but the prosperity and the fact that the person that they were leased on to was pretty good at what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? So like I could do it too type mentality. But you don't know that that person that you was leased on to really put their 10,000 hours in at this shit, and you ain't made it there yet. So you jump out on your own, and you really don't do good. But you can make it look good, but you really didn't do good. And then you turn around, and because your income coming in, you convince a few people that since you've been doing this shit a few months, that you know what you're doing, and that hey man, my wife, she quit her job. She come home, she dispatch all y'all. Then you'd put it in her head that you ain't gotta do nothing but dispatch, 4 truck, $5,000 a week. It don't matter where they go. Shit, 10%, 10%. Just do 4 trucks, $5,000 a week. That $500 a truck. You know, that $2,000 a week. You can make $8,000 a month and just be at the house every day and all that there. You motherfuckers ought to be ashamed of yourself. You really ought to. Because never once, one time did you tell your significant other that when they quit their career and bought a car or some shit with their 401k because they know their money finna come in. And get what? A lot of these folk wife and shit and significant other ain't dumb as you think they is. They kept some of their money when they cashed in that shit. They ain't gonna let you ruin their life, but they'll play the game with you because they want to be supportive. They won't be supportive. They won't see what you're talking about. And if they do make some money in the process, well, you was right, and congratulations, we a power couple. But you ain't never tell your significant other that the dispatcher job is more temporary than even the janitor, and that you're gonna have a high turnover rate, and that you're gonna have to get another fool. And I ain't gonna see another fool, but another fool, and another fool, and another fool, and another fool, and another fool to come out here and run 4,000 miles, 3,000 miles in a week for $5,000. I don't give a damn. You ride 10 speed in a little red wagon. You should not be going 3,000 miles a week for $5,000. I don't give a damn what you pulling. If that's your average miles and your average money, whoever your dispatcher is, fire their ass. Tell them the hot shot Hayes said, fire their ass. Fire the shit out of them. They're not worth your money or your time. They're really wasting your time and eating up your equipment and really fucking your health up out here. All the hard work and running and altitude change and weather change and in and out of these different arid climates and this and that. COVID is still going on and everything. And I gotta get somebody that doing this to find the load. Close their eyes and do this and find the load. Put the filter on highest rate, and we ain't gonna worry about the rate per mile. Just send them. When the folks tell you about all that money you gonna make when you quit your job and all that, they ain't tell you that you were gonna be dealing with salmon. Sorry about that. I ain't gonna lie, my phone straight up died. My bad. For everybody that was up in here, man, I lost you, just did. My bad. My bad. My phone straight up died. Can I get a one in the comment if my audio is coming in clear? Make sure the headphone back up and popping. Everybody, ease y'all way back in here if you can. Appreciate it. Favor and Grace Transport. I love that name of that company. Favor and Grace Transport. Good deal. Good deal. But yeah, a real good way to save some money and change your bottom line is to do more to work yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I said about the dispatcher, dispatchers have their place in the industry. They really do. And most good ones ain't got time for you. Like, I get that call a lot. So that's one of them things right there. If it's one person or two people and they dispatching and they're good at it, most of the time they will have a high carrier retention. Mm. If they're really good at it, get what? They'll make it so you make so much money you don't even see the need of looking at a load board. I had one. She just started doing something else. She ain't fire me, I ain't fire her, but she just started doing something else, life changed, and I had to pick up where she left off, and that was a good learning experience to see how she did it. But that's a person that really knew what they were doing. You can't see how a dispatcher you that don't know shit, that ain't been in a truck in a year. Hmm. Folk don't even understand how a truck move. Folk can't even calculate time besides going on the Google Maps and seeing how long it take to get there per Google. Just FYI, that time ain't right in no hot shot. That time ain't right in a truck. Why you still ask people to do dumb shit every day that they can't do on their clock and wonder why they can't get to it or why they can't be where they supposed to be and you telling them dumb shit to do because you don't know nothing about trucking. You're ignorant. Ignorant means unlearned. So there's a whole lot of ignorant, and we say in the South, a whole lot of ignorant motherfuckers out here. Say they know what they doing and get, oh, dark horse the rain, you just got home. Man, I ain't even got loaded yet. I'm about to make these people do a truck order non-use. Now, I done been real patient. I've been real patient. Y'all seen me. I've been very cordial and patient, and forever, I always will be there with the customer. But the broker, mm, I'm really debating right now whether deadhead back to Mississippi about 215, 220 miles. And get what? My decision ain't based up on no money. My decision based up on time. Time over everything. I got something to pick up in the morning in Jackson. I'll be right back over here again. So what a end. Oh, no sound. No sound. Y'all give me one in the comment if my sound coming in good. No sound. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Andy says good now. My bad, y'all. I thought I ain't had no sound. Appreciate that, yo. Um, but yeah, OG, too silent. Is that the same person that OG stay silent? Is that the same person? But yeah, yeah, I ain't crossing no word because, like I said, this shit too serious for people to be in their feelings and worry about what the neck man talking about when the neck man ain't talking about shit but how to get rich off of you. Mhm. It's a shame. OG, I stay silent. I be saying, I be seeing you, man. That was up. That was up. That was up. But yeah, like I said, man, it one of them things. Well, I'm not gonna call them unscrupulous. The dispatchers more than likely ain't unscrupulous. They just don't know the job. Everybody want to get the money, but don't nobody want to learn the job, do the work. And then when people around them perhaps do the job for 5, 6, 7, 10 months, some shit like that, and they see some daylight, and the people tell them, hey man, if you just do this, this, and this, you could be at home every day and chill with me, and we could do our thing, and we just run these trucks around. And the beauty of that is we can make money and not even buy no more trucks because we don't even know how to move the truck we got. I feel like I can make more money if I get a CDL. Well, damn duh. But if you ain't know how to charge without a CDL, running that high shot like you were running that high shot, you made it evident to everybody that do this industry and that's in this industry. And I ain't talking to no one person. I'm talking to a bunch of people. You made it very evident over a period of time that you did not have a thorough understanding of trucking. I don't give a damn how many subscribers you got. I don't give a damn how many views you get. For people that really do this, for people that really know what's going on, hmm, a lot of you motherfuckers living a lie. On some fake it till you make it type shit. But in the process of faking it like you making it, how you faking it till you making it, you're ruining the lives of people that invest their hard earned money and put their trust in of their business inside of your business. And half you weak motherfuckers ain't even got a LLC for the dispatch and shit. You ain't. We know you ain't got no broker license, no insurance, no contingent cargo, or none of that shit. Cause you try and do something, make some money for free, while you don't know nothing about the industry. How about you pay your dues in the industry, get your wealth of knowledge on the industry, and realize how to make money without fucking everybody? Uh oh. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We got some company owners out here that like. With the gas like this, I can't in good faith be running my guys like this. Oh, my bad. Yeah, you might I can't really see myself running my guys the way I run my guys. They ain't gonna make no money. Well, how about you drop the percentage you be taking from 'em? Why not go from 30 to 25? Cause they're gonna make you not be balling that hard, but they're gonna keep your retention up because people actually able to see their money. Why you don't go from 25 to 20? Because they're gonna make it so you can't pay that extra car note that you got off them other people while they were doing all the work. You thought you gonna sit around and do nothing. Why you don't go from 20 down to 15? Cause you'll be like the high shy and then really try and see folks make it. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of folks do 2025 insurance included and all that. Da, 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 da. That's cool and fine too. But get what? There's a separate bill with me, because if you choose not to come to work, you still owe progressive, just like I still owe progressive. And I'm going to send you a goddamn invoice every week. Ain't no included, no percentage. I don't even like to hear that shit, but it's cool. But at the same time, that's for other people type of way of doing business. I don't do business like that. I don't give a damn how good your credit is, your name either. I don't do business like that because there's too much room for people to not hold up for what they said. And get what? Even when they don't hold up for what they said, which I have had somebody do it, get what? Because I ain't running out here like no peon, and I know how to make my own money, and I ain't trying to get rich off everybody else. I'm gonna pay it anyway. And get what? When I feel like talking about your dog ass and I want to make a video, I will. You should have paid the money. Should have kept your word. Like I talked about on the operator that ran off and did that shit. And get what? I ain't got no hard feeling with 'em. Talk to them on the phone periodically and everything. Answer questions when they need them and everything. 'Cause I want to see everybody make it. But just know we ain't gonna rock like we were rocking. Ain't no business and nothing going on. Period. I give you some advice. I want to see you win. I don't care, what happened. I just say if you ask me something, I'm gonna give you a truth or other answer. But hey, it is what it is, and you can't tell me how to complain. That's just like you found a roach in your McDouble at McDonald's, and you holler, "Ah, it's a roach in my burger." They can't come over there and tell you, "Shh, you're creating commotion." No, 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 no. Now you can't tell me how to complain. What you can do is rectify the situation. You can't tell me how to complain. That's why when I go off, if I'm gonna go off, I'm really gonna go off. Especially if I'm dead right and then did something dead wrong, and I be patient as I am. Like right now, I ain't gonna go off about it. I just know how to call the broker, leave a message, send them an email, crank my truck up, and go home. And in the morning, I want this same load again that y'all made me leave. I'm gonna pick it up again tomorrow, and you'll give me another $300 for a truck order non-use on this bullshit because I had an appointment. It's good to have appointments sometime. I had an appointment, and get what? I was here about 30, no, about 15 minutes before my appointment time, and get what? Been here in the warehouse. I'm sitting in line, ready to be loaded. And ain't a damn thing hit my trailer. Ain't nobody came out and said but one thing to me, and that was pull up right here and get what they on about their bid or whatever they want to do. But I know at a particular time that they don't know the particular time. I'm crank my truck up, bag up, swoop into that other lane, and head to Mississippi. And in the morning when the broker asked me why I ain't get it, it's because it wasn't ready. And I sat there for the allotted amount of time. I need a truck order non-use, and you can send me a revised rate con for that same load over again for the same amount of money plus that truck order non-use. I ain't they one of them time where it time over everything. I got to reload in the morning in Jackson. This load going to Kaiser. It's about an hour 15 minutes from where I got to reload it. So do you think I can get this in the morning, run it to Mississippi, deal with somebody to unload me for an hour and a half, get over to the concrete, and be right back in this same spot again before 3 or 4 o'clock in the evening? I think not. Not even how I move. I think not. And because I understand time on a finite level, I know what they're doing right now to the rest of my week. That's why I be going off. That's why I snap out and call them 1,000 bitches at the port of New Orleans. Hell yeah, too many bitches in trucking. Sure live. Just like I said. Just like I said. But at the end of the day, I ain't out here going off for no reason. I'm going off about this money. Y'all need to be going off on these dispatch about this money. But I'm crazy. I'm violent. I'm this and that and the other. I handle being incorrectly, but I make more money than you. Oh. Oh. I thought you knew. I thought you knew. I thought you knew. Oh, I thought you knew. And then let's slide over there one more time because I want to say something else too. I be seeing for the last whole year, and I was so happy the clown started making videos for a while. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Weak ass stay where he at. But he finna come back out and do some more stuff. But you know how it is when you transition and you semi-publicly known, you can't put the videos and shit out until stuff becomes successful and moving exactly how it need to move because you've been rated as a clown too long. And you gotta come out hard to show everybody that you done moved up bigger and better and this and that and the other. So kudos on that. But I'ma say it like this. A lot of folk on YouTube love to make you feel like it more than what it is. That's the last thing I'm trying to do. And then from the beginning of the channel, I always told y'all I had a bunch of owner operators. I had people in and out of the company, a lot of stuff. I never come on here and muddy the water and cloud everything up and just say, boom, we made $1 million. Boom, we made 1.4. Boom, we made 900 something thousand a year. Boom, we made this because that ain't my money. And see, what people love is misdirection. That's the thing that make a magic show most of the time in misdirection. See, you don't want nobody to look at per truck, per month, per week, per the fact that that ain't your truck, or per the fact that it is your truck with a driver. You don't want nobody to look at that. And then actually per what the hell you did. Nothing. Especially most time when folk can't even stay in the truck because they shit fucked up. They can't even be on their own insurance most of the time because they done fucked up so bad out here over the course of time. So where they go into consulting and doing other shit, they fuck around and be running somebody else company in the ground. But I like to see when folk come on and I peeped it. I saw Cloud like again. He done that same number again. They put up another number, 2021. You know, 1 point something million. I want y'all to understand something about $1 million. $1 million is not no money. In the constraints of what the world got going on right now, $1 million is not no damn money. Especially when it all don't belong to you. Most of that $1 million you made a percentage of, and you still had to pay bills in the midst of being low production. So what you want to do is put that million something up and be honest and say that is not my money. Most of that million went out in payroll and equipment. Most of that $1 million went on to servicing a whole lot of debt that I have. And I serviced that debt to include me and my company in the whole little soup bowl of credit to be able to leverage more debt, do different things. But as long as I'm able to pay these minimum, I keep it looking a certain kind of way. Y'all seen that little S10? Y'all seen that little bit of house I stay in? Shit ain't coincidental, man. Cause see, I'm more worried about creating a future and a legacy than a brand. And ain't nothing wrong with having a brand. Everybody want to have a brand. I'm branded. I'm branded. I ain't got my ass on the brand. I am the motherfucking brand. That's what you got to understand. To build a brand, you are the brand. And get what? That dude understand it. That's why he keep telling y'all dumbass shit because he knows you're ignorant. Y'all ain't stupid. You're ignorant. You don't know no better. So when you see somebody say, I made them a million and a half million, you're like, oh my God, that's a lot of money. But just think about this. If I have 10 trucks, in order to make $1 million, really 1.2 million, each one of those trucks only has to gross $10,000 a month, which is $2,500 a week on the average on 10 trucks. If you got more trucks than that, it only has to gross less because it's multiplied more time. Then you factor in the fact that you're a person that's unscrupulous and don't mind fucking everybody, not somebody, fucking everybody. See, I could be like that. I wouldn't even be able to live with myself. 'Cause I ain't set up like that. I raised right. See, that's the thing about it. Blah blah blah. Shit wasn't perfect. Everything wasn't road reason grow. But I had a strong, good foundation about some people that gave a fuck about people other than themselves. A lot of selfless people raised me. Let them say that. A lot of selfless people raised me that put their pride to the side to do what had to be done on a daily. They didn't show me how to fuck over everybody and claim I'm rich. Cause like I said in a bunch of videos before, having a lot of subscribers, being seen and known, that's cool. They got it played. But y'all just don't know how many times I done turned around at the truck stop like this. And somebody was standing right there like, ain't you the hot shot Have? And without a shadow of doubt, oh yeah, that me, dog. What going on with how you doing, brother? You having a good day today? Cause guess what? I know I ain't did nothing to nobody. I know I ain't shitting on nobody. Mm. I know I ain't took nothing from nobody. I know I ain't lied to them. I ain't deceive them, and I didn't deprive them of the ability to make a informed decision based upon the truth. See, I'm the type of person you ain't got but one time to lie to me, and that shit go both ways. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you. But if so many lies get told up on this screen, up on YouTube every week, every day, that somebody got to live up to the hype. You know what I'm saying? So many lies get told on this thing, man, about a truck and trucking and what they doing and what it is. And get what? Them be some real numbers. But for people that actually know real numbers, we know you a hamster wheel running motherfucker that got a lot of debt. And get what? It ain't nothing wrong with having a lot of debt. All I can say is keep the charade going. And that's what have become the norm now. Just keep y'all, give y'all just enough on the video, about 12, 13 minutes, just enough to keep pique your interest, appease the algorithm on YouTube, and don't really give you shit that gonna help you in your trucking career. That's the trend. Glitz, glamour, nice photo. We'll do some goddamn drone shots and some fly ass instrumentals, and we're gonna get these fresh ass intros, and we're gonna do all this, and we ain't really gonna tell you a motherfucking thing that gonna help you besides some basic shit that you regurgitate from other people that really know what they doing. A lot of these video people make ain't up on their own accord and their own knowledge and their own experience. It's about some shit they heard. They regurgitate. They seen somebody else do. Now easy pie. I can't respect nobody that came on YouTube as a driver or owner operator, never been in a truck and never ever been in logistics, start a channel and try to tell me how to do my motherfucking job. I ain't got no respect for you. No, sure don't. Sure don't. Because everybody got to start somewhere. But get what? When I started, I learned what I learned. I learned what I needed to know. And then I came and tried to educate a little bit and just show y'all what I was doing. But by no means did I come out here in 2, 3 months and proclaim to be an expert and this how you do it and check this out, the rookie of the year and all that. Mm-mm. So you got to eat that eventually. If actions don't catch up with words, you're going to have to eat that. And how you don't eat it? By start fucking over everybody, using the industry as a tool to manipulate people out of their money. And then you'll use the excuse it to, man, they hired me. They hired me. I ain't go looking for them. They hired me. They needed dispatch. I was just out here doing. Same thing I used to say when I was selling crack cocaine. hmm Call that a cop out. I'm just out here with it, man. I ain't made nobody buy nothing. I ain't even, yeah, them folk gonna get it from somebody. They gonna do what they want to do regardless. I'm just out here. I just got it all. I just got it out here for them. I ain't told them to do nothing. I ain't tell them folks spend no $1,000 a day with me and $1,000 a day to my. Hey, how you doing? Huh? I had a moment there, boy. I had to sit and contemplate some shit right then, boy, because I'm looking, he had me for my map and he checking my number. Yeah, my appointment's at 4 o'clock. Out here at 3:40. And if this truck, it's a truck in front of me, y'all. If this truck, now he won't move me over to the other lane on that bullshit. I thought they finna bag another truck in this lane over here. I wasn't gonna do nothing but bag out the lane and go home. I ain't got no thoughts about it. I'm not out here working paycheck to paycheck. And get what? I gotta understand enough to know that some weeks I don't even get no paycheck. Oh, don't nobody want to do that? Do it. Ain't nobody want to do that. Yeah, it's 6:43, bro. You see, you feel me what I'm saying? So you already know one thing about it. I got detention coming, but they were finna do a truck order on you and just didn't know it. I be trying to be patient. That's why I say I don't be going off every time y'all see me. A lot of days, everything be cool, and I work with people, and I'm cordial and all that. But it's sometimes you gotta put your foot down by some shit, and then sometimes you put your foot down, that motherfucker get ran over by a steamroller when you put it down. But goddamn, I'm still gonna put it down. They gonna have to show me. I ain't from Missouri, but I one thing about it in life, you if you know me, you know they got to show me. You want me to back up, get closer? Oh, I'm good right here. I appreciate it. But that life, that life. Sometimes, man, sometimes some stuff need to be said. Sometimes you can let it go, and this and that and the other. And like I said, if it's not detrimental to what you got going on, you know that cool. But time over everything, cause that's how I count my money. So I ain't just gonna say, I ain't gonna say everybody clowning, but I will say this: ain't no need, ain't no need to acting like it gonna be something when it ain't, and you ain't been performing, and then you wanna all of a sudden blame the D's. Yeah, they jumped one time with that diesel. They jumped like a jackrabbit with that diesel. I can't lie. It's upsetting what they did with diesel. But get what also it is? Trucking. It's trucking. It's trucking. It's real what it is, man. Like I said, what it ain't gonna be. You can't make it be something it ain't gonna be. And you can't make these brokers do nothing they don't want to do. And you can't make these direct shippers do nothing they don't want to do. You just can't. You can't. You can ask, you can try, you can damn near threaten them like I ain't gonna do it no more. There's always an asshole gonna do it. That's why I tell y'all develop relationships so you could be on talking terms, not just call and book a load, hang up and never call them again, and then run up on them 2, 3 months from now, and they be, oh man, I remember you from last. No, then develop relationships with these people so they know that your company is standing on integrity. Your word means something. You say you're gonna pull up, you pull up. And when you say you need another $200, it's a reason. Don't ask me what the reason is. Go pump some gas and you'll see the reason. But it's certain stuff, get what? It's discussion be had. But certain stuff ain't really no discussion. If you still want my services for what I've been doing at the price I've been doing it at, we can make some consideration. But both of us gonna meet in the middle somewhere. See, like even with that Jasper run, like I said, it's a couple more miles than Birmingham. It's a few more miles. And I run Jasper normally for the same thing I run Birmingham. I do the median of 2 miles, that book me a week worth, and it all works out because the median of the miles. But last couple weeks, I ain't been hinting, I've been saying, hey man, I ain't really got to get no more money on them Birmingham, the Pelham and all that Hoover. That ain't bad. But that Jasper going upside that 6% grade and some extra 30, 40 miles and all that, we're going to have to ease up a little bit on that one. Or I ain't going to be able to run that particular one no more because it don't fit what I'm trying to do because it throws the equation of the week off when it goes into fuel. And you'll be like, well, I thought you just said you don't care nothing about fuel. I don't. But guess what? I'm gonna use every tool available. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't need no extra money for nothing I'm doing. But I'm gonna get it. I better understand. Just like I was getting the extra money for what I was doing when I told y'all I had gas factored in at $5 a mile. That's why I was charging what I was charging back then. People like, man, you know you get some good rates. No, I'm charging like gas $5 and my time is valuable. Oh, okay. I thought you knew. I thought you knew. And I came out and worked the climate, worked the market where that shit worked like gangbusters. To be honest with you, it did what it was supposed to do. And as long as I stayed in it to win it, stayed in the game, stayed on the grind all the time, and didn't talk about quitting every time something happened. Gas prices go up, rates go down, and shit like that happened, all that stuff. And every time it happened, I'm not talking about quitting. Guess what? You able to sustain. I said that earlier in the live. Coca-Cola. Kellogg cornflake. Man, these folk 100 years in the game. Fucking, fucking. Well, U.S. Steel. Oh, that little 150 years in the game. Uh, yeah, I'm burning that shit for free right now, boy. I sure that. Let me cut this truck out. My bad. My bad. I'm gonna stop being a bad example. 'Cause I don't care nothing about no D's, but at the same time, yeah, I'm gonna stop being a bad example. Y'all cut y'all stuff out, man. But at the same time, um. There was a lot of instances where some meeting of the minds, meeting of some paper, and meeting of an understanding gotta happen. You gotta understand that this stuff is not gonna all come from one direction. That's why I said shit. If the last 2 weeks got you ready to quit, and you've been out here for more than a year, you've been doing this shit incorrectly for a year. Simple as that. If this shit really got you ready where you gonna quit and you don't see how your business gonna go on and all that about a 15, 17% in a fuel cost. But that's all it is. You think about this. If it's $4 and it goes up to $5, it went up 20%. This shit been $4. It been 389 in the trust like 3 months ago. 369, 389, and now 489, $5, something like that, a dollar, whatever. On a percentage basis, it's a double digit jump. That's big in business. Anytime you could change a number as a percentage by a double digit, you did some hellified shit. So yeah, they did some hellified shit, but 15%? When I was in the street, guess what? They might up the price on that thing. 15%. Get what? Product might get about 2% smaller. Cause get what? You ain't gonna eat it. Everybody can't eat it. Everybody, you ain't gonna make one person eat the whole thing. So that's why I say, yeah, I ain't saying don't pressure the broker. Don't ask them. Most definitely ask them. Put some pressure on if you want to. But you gotta understand this shit come from both ways. It don't come from just the broker and the customer. Who that? Now you tighten your ass up. Remember I told y'all it ain't about what you make, it about what you bring home. So you supposed to be maximizing that way before Fury got to that point. I'm gonna get worried when it get to $7. That's my new number. So if it just like it ain't get up to $5 last time, it got close, but I was at $5 in my mind. I'm at $7 in my mind now. So get what? It ain't the fact that I need more money. I might just start doing smarter stuff. Like finding me a lane and learning how to work that lane, even though I can't get a backhaul, but maybe 2, 3 days a week as I'm learning it and sacrifice those few times to actually develop some relationships so I can go home every night instead of sitting in a truck stop burning 8 to 10 gallons for free, trying to stay warm or cool. So, hmm, all that money that I'm gonna make up for this fuel don't come from the line haul. Hold up. I could slow down 5 miles an hour on the highway and probably damn near get another mile per gallon out of this truck and out of this fuel I'm pumping to make up for that increase. Hold on. If I'm getting 5 miles to the gallon, and I get an extra mile to the gallon in this big red by slowing down by 5 miles an hour. I just changed my margin by about 12.5%. Wait a minute, hold up, 12.5. I just said fuel went up 15%. Boy, that over half of the difference right there. And I'm gonna ask the broker for some more money. You see why I keep winning? You see you see? Oh, I thought you. Wait a minute, I thought you knew. You see why I keep motherfucking winning? Cause this how I think. I'ma open a school. I am. I am. I don't know how the hell you get accredited for the shit I'm gonna be doing, but I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna open a damn school. Truck and Business Academy or some shit like that. And it ain't gonna be no cap ass shit like these folk got y'all going out these fucking dispatch training class. You don't need no fucking training to be a dispatch. You need to know something about trucking. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, most definitely. I got some flags and magnets for it and everything. Yeah, I done ran it before. Oh really? Okay, that's good. Last time I was about 2.5 feet over, so it ain't no big deal. How many bundles like this you got? Oh, cool, cool. All right, well there it is then. That was that one single one in the top, ain't it? Okay, yeah, already. Hey, you know what the weight is on it? All together, 43. Okay, yeah, y'all. You sit all this on lower deck. You ain't gotta hang nothing over to the front of that. You good? Appreciate it. 43, 43. That chump change. I put 53 on here. So he'll put 43 on the lower deck, and I still ain't gonna be over on my trailer axle. So you gotta know your equipment and how that shit balanced and all that there. He said 43. It really less than 43 because these pipes are hollow. Same load of pipes I showed y'all last week when I came up out of here. Last week I came up out here at 187 mile for the 1200. Now we coming up out here the same 187 mile for 1350. Get what? The broker, I can't make up all them difference on that, but I get me a little something and figure out how to do the. That's a part of running the business. You got to figure this shit out. See, don't nobody want to figure it out. That's why everybody willing to pay for everything and wonder why they can't take no money home. You don't want to figure nothing out. You don't want to put the work in, and you want to pay somebody you just seen on YouTube that said they made such and such amount of money in 3, 4, 5 weeks. You amazed. You like he can do that for himself. He can do it for me, and you just didn't know he ain't even do it for his damn self. The people he was leased on to dispatched all that shit out. He didn't even have a load boy when that shit went down. He or she didn't even have a fucking load boy that they disposed. Didn't know what freight supposed to pay. Don't know what freight look like. Don't know what side dimensions or nothing. Still calling in asking the person that owned that company how wide my trailer is. By a fucking tape measure. How wide my trailer is. It is 102, ain't it? 102. 102. That's about 102 inches, right? 3, 4 weeks into you being on the road. These folk, man, I'm not finna nothing. But like I said, I hate to see folk learn for themselves about all this through paying money, giving money away, and actually making people rich that don't deserve it. Don't know what his Call per mile or rate per mile. Don't know nothing until after you get home. Figure that shit up, and that be wrong because you ain't put your right cost analysis in. You ain't factoring in everything, and you ain't gonna tell that you give somebody 20, 25%, possibly 30 out of them such amount of thousands of dollars you made that week. 'Cause that don't look good on your video. That don't hit the same way. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let me see what they doing back here. Hey, y'all want to see? Y'all want to see? Y'all want to come back here and see what this is? Hold on. Let's see if we can go back here and check it out. I hope my phone don't die again. Can I spin that? I can. Square. Octagon. Octagon. Plenty of that shit in here. Plenty of that shit in here. I guess I put it right here. Y'all see a little something. Just spin it. Spin it. Got that pipe on there. Yeah, a lot of. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My bad. Hard hat facility. Hard hat facility. PPE always, you guys. And one thing I will say, if anything in this place falls and hits you in the top of your head from off that crane, a hard hat ain't gonna stop it. But you gotta be safe. Gotta be safe. But a hard hat is not gonna save your ass in here. There's a different kind of hard hat will not save your ass. I'm gonna be killing that hard hat out. I throw me 2 or 3 on there. All right, appreciate it. Yes, hold on for a second, y'all. Get low. YouTube. You want to put that first strap in the first 4 feet of that load, second strap in the first 4 feet of that load, and one strap every 10 feet on a continuous load such as this. That's a continuous. You're on the grind all the time, Big Dad. On the grind all the time. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Y'all gotta pay attention. What I like to see. Show y'all how we tighten these up. Like I said, I'm gonna show you how we tighten these up. One thing about it, man, like I said, you gotta understand what tight is. So we gonna show you tight. Take all the slack out of it. Now, what I like to see with that last one, I need you to get your feet off the ground. I feel like if you ain't got your feet off the ground and it's something that can't be crushed, it ain't tight as it need to be. So that last good click that you get, I like to see the feet come out the ground. That's tight. This stuff by repetition and have repetition in the white mountain. Being able to realize when something ain't quite right, it don't feel quite right, don't look quite right, don't sound quite right, and be a person that gonna do something about it right then. Don't put it off. If you see that ratchet ain't clicking like it's supposed to, like it normally do, you need to see what the problem is. That first ratchet that I was tightening up and I showed y'all, I had my feet off the ground. The little click, the little mechanism that catches it was in the strap a little bit, so it actually wouldn't let me lock it. Well, hey, a lot of folks press down on that thing and walk away. Well, if you press down on it and you walk away, it what? Ain't no recourse. But if you hit that thing and you walk away, and when you walk away, before you leave with that load, you come back and grab every last one of those straps that you so-called tightened up. A lot of times you'll realize it's a loose. The 5 chains I be putting on them cars I be running. 6 chains sometimes, depending on what they weigh. A lot of times I start up tightening the first chain, do the outer 2 chains, come back, do another couple chains, and when I go back to the first chain and snatch it, it's loose because you just made the whole load shift and you pull some stuff in some different directions. You squeeze some stuff, so you know, compensate, man. Like they ain't getting me right. They get me right, man. It's not the step deck level. That's on the bottom level. It's just back a little bit. And we're gonna do our magnet flags like we did last time, cause they real convenient. We're gonna get on back to Mississippi. Hey, say, I so appreciate you come checking on me, bro. Hey, man, I thought they had forgot about me, bro. They had put another truck in front of me and everything. no secret, man. I so appreciate you, though. I really do, man. Cause really time over everything when you hear this shit, man. And it ain't like this shit gonna go away. It's gonna be the same thing tomorrow that you ain't do today. Hey, man. Shit ain't going nowhere. Yeah, time over everything, man. And I'm gonna preach that everywhere I go because that's the great equalizer. It ain't the fruit, it's the time. I don't understand. They don't understand. They'll see in a little while though. It won't take long. Hold on. One, two, that's it. That's it. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so each section, 4, 4, 4, and 4. That's one bundle. So we get 13 bundles. Supposed to be like 42, 43,000. I'm telling y'all, it ain't that heavy. And as a plus, even though it sits up above the deck, it's little to no wind resistance because as you see, they hollow. All the air rushes in one end and out the other, so it provides a lot less forward drag on your fuel mileage, which is smart trucking. Also, you just have to be a little more mindful if you're running this on a flatbed because it's taller. It catches the wind from the side, so you got a little bit more of a rollover hazard than with a steel deck. Another nice little selling point for a steel deck. I love that low center of gravity. I got used to it running high shot because this bottom deck is the same side off the ground, basically at the bottom deck or the deck of my Gator Maid or my PJ or the Diamond C or the other PJ. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the same. So the physics work a lot alike. The weight distribution works a lot alike, and the center of gravity is a lot alike. It's just more weight, more weight. So you're gonna be a little, still be a little bit more cautious. But I'm gonna say this: there's some stuff I do on the interstate that if you do that shit on the interstate in a flatbed, over your ass will go. Over you go. Something like for real. Uh, and if my sound quality is coming in good, can I get a one in the comments? Y'all kicking it with the Haven, boy. We ain't in overtime yet. We getting close. I got enough time to make it back to the parking spot, lock it down. Probably about 30 minutes to spare after my drive time and everything. So we ain't in overtime. We ain't did nothing wrong. I paper truck, paper log. I ain't got to cheat though. I ain't got to cheat. Time over everything. When you run these out and back like this, you ain't got to cheat. Somebody asked me that the other day, like, bro, you be over there back and forth. Man, it ain't but 3 hours one way. 3 hours back, that's 6. You got 11 to drive. Shit, if you gonna hang out at the shipper for 5 hours a day, the shipper to receive for 5 hours a day, yeah, you ain't gonna have enough time to do it. But if you just be on the ground all the time and realize it's time over everything, you'll pull up and go off on some folk that ain't working and make them get on their job too. Shit, I don't understand. I'm running a business. Y'all motherfuckers running y'all life. It's a difference. I'm running a business. I don't give a fuck about how these folks feel to an extent. They don't give a fuck how I feel. You think the folk give a fuck how you feel when you pull up and pump your diesel? Oh, I thought you knew. About your feeling. Nobody care nothing about your feeling but the folk that love you. And these ain't none of the folk that love you out here. That's why I tell you, folks, tell they lies to their mammy. Tell these lies and all this propaganda and all this old shit that they be coming out here philosophizing about to their mammy. Tell them somebody that love them. Cause the folk that love you, let you tell them anything. They just go on about their business. They ain't paying you no attention. But now you will come out here to these folk that don't know you. They think you know what's going on, and you preach this shit like it's the gospel. Man, be anywhere. Back in my day, we called it false flagging. Back in my day, they called it false flagging. False? Is your false flagging? Straighten your head up. Boy, back in the day, straighten that motherfucker head up. This is your fault, lad. I thought you knew. Ain't no care. Ain't no care. Damn. Ah, man. What the hell? Boy, I tell you the truth, boy. I'm looking at my truck. I'm looking at my truck. Boy, I got fresh scratches on side. Boy, goddamn. Boy, somebody touched the Peterbilt on the side. Some kind of way. That must be happening at the yard where I park at or something. Cause I don't really chill out at no truck stop or nothing like that. How the hell them scratches get on the side of that damn fairing? All right. Boy, it's always something. See what I be talking about? Shit. When it's always something, it's always something. They don't need you crying and upset. Yeah, they Julie, man, they goddamn scratch the Peterbilt, man. Hold on, man. Wait a minute. I don't want to be pet up in here. God damn, man. Can't a motherfucker have something? I ain't had the truck 3 months yet. Shit. I know I ain't hit shit. Hey man, I ain't hit nothing. I know I ain't hit nothing. I ain't touched up getting nothing or nothing since I had this truck. What? Ain't that something, man? I gotta go get touch up paint and that over there just the cosmetic on it, whatever when I get time. But damn, rough when you can't have none. Yeah, but man, I really enjoyed you guys. I really have enjoyed you guys. Sometimes I like to come kick it, talk a little shit with you, but at the same time, just let you know, man, there's a whole lot more ways out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you see people, you know what I'm saying, cop out, take the easy way out, redirect everything, make some real fucked up decisions to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Some life changing decisions, some permanent decisions based up on some temporary problems. And I'm gonna tell you like this. If you a person that going through it right now, going through something, man, you need to talk to somebody. You need to find somebody that you confide in, talk to them. Believe me, somebody understand. It might be me, but if you going through some shit, just know one thing: everybody going through some shit. And we tired of your ass feeling sorry for yourself too. This is not a suicide talk down. This ain't none of that. Get what? It ain't none of that. We tired of you feeling sorry for yourself. We tired of taking up the slack for you. And it's some shit you probably contemplating and want to do. I ain't gonna say do it, but I said in a bunch of videos. A lot of y'all need to contemplate that shit with the stuff y'all putting down. For real. A lot of y'all ain't serving no purpose out here at all. And I'm gonna say in life, cause the shit you putting down out here, if your family and the people know you and love you, know you putting down that false flag ass shit all your life, get what they'll fuck with you either. Wait a minute. You just didn't know it cause y'all related. Y'all got ties and bonds and blood, and then them folks don't fuck with you. Tell your auntie I said I know she don't fuck with you. Ain't about what everybody else think about you. Ain't about what everybody think about you. It's the folk that really know you. I'm finna get out of here on that note. Finish strapping my load, get on up out here doing what I've been doing. But get what? It ain't about the folk that's on YouTube. It ain't about all these people, auxiliary people that ain't got nothing to do with your life. It about them folk that you told what you told when you got ready to do all this and that they can have faith in you. It ain't about that cap shit. Get what? Half of y'all ain't got half of y'all only reason y'all still got somewhere to stay it because you was able to get on YouTube and supplement the money you told somebody you were gonna make when they invested their time and their money and they respecting you. So get what? Get your ass to work. For real. Tired of the bullshit. Get your ass to work. Stop crying. All that bullshit. We'll see you tomorrow when you bring your ass back out here and keep doing the same thing you were doing the last few year time, whatever months you've been into this shit. Get what? If you don't want to adapt and change, get what? You can get ran over like a steamroller out here. And that's on my mama.